You wake up before sunrise. No alarm, just cold air and an empty stomach. And today, that empty stomach is going to force you to do something almost no modern human could survive. Run down a full-grown animal using nothing but your own 2 legs. No spear thrown from a distance. No trap. Just you, your breath, and 8 straight hours of chasing something that's faster than you in every single way. Sounds impossible, right? But this wasn't rare. For hundreds of thousands of years, this was just Tuesday. Stick around, because by the end of this, you're going to understand something about your own body that most people never think about. Here's the part that messes with people's heads. The animal you're chasing can outrun you in a sprint, easily. A kudu, a deer, even a scrawny antelope will leave you in the dust in the first 10 seconds. So how does a slower, weaker creature with no claws and no fangs actually win? The answer isn't strength. It's something way stranger, and it's hiding inside your own body right now. You'd think the fastest animal always wins the chase. But endurance hunting flips that completely. The trick isn't speed, it's heat. Most 4-legged animals can't sweat efficiently. They cool down by panting, and you can't pant and gallop at the same time. The mechanics of a 4-legged gallop lock the lungs into rhythm with the stride. So after a hard sprint, the animal has to stop. It has to breathe. It has to cool off in the shade. And that's the opening. You don't have to be faster. You just have to be relentless. Humans sweat through millions of glands across bare skin, which means we can keep moving in the heat of the day while everything else is forced to rest. So the hunt isn't a race. It's a slow, brutal war of attrition, and the weapon is the sun. Now imagine actually living this. Not watching it in a documentary, living it. You're jogging, not sprinting, tracking hoofprints pressed into dry dirt, reading which way the grass bent, figuring out if the animal is limping or scared or exhausted. Every hour, you catch a glimpse of it in the distance, resting, panting, watching you get closer. Every time you get close, it bolts again. And you just keep walking, hour after hour. That's not adrenaline. That's patience turned into a weapon. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. This isn't a 20-minute chase scene. This can take 6, 7, 8 hours, sometimes longer, under open sky, with almost no water. Your body is losing fluid the entire time. Your feet are cracking against hot ground. And there's no guarantee you're eating tonight. If the animal gets away, and sometimes it does, you walk home with nothing. No prize for effort. That's the part people forget when they romanticize the good old days. There were no good old days. There was just today's hunt, and whether it worked. So why would anyone push their body this hard for something so uncertain? This is where it stops being about hunting and starts being about human behavior. Persistence hunting isn't just physical. It's psychological warfare against your own instincts. Every cell in your body is screaming to stop, to rest, to find shade. And the hunters who succeeded were the ones who could override that voice. Which raises a strange question. Were early humans just tougher than us? Or did they simply never learn that quitting was an option? Because here's the uncomfortable comparison. Right now, you've probably got water 20 feet away, air conditioning, a fridge full of food you didn't have to chase. And yet how many of us tap out after 20 minutes on a treadmill? It's not that ancient humans had superhuman bodies. In a lot of ways, their bodies were just like yours. What was different was the environment forcing them to use everything that body could actually do. And this is where the story gets deeper than they were just hunting for food. Anthropologists studying groups who still practice persistence hunting today, in places like the Kalahari, describe something almost meditative in it. Hunters talk about entering a kind of trance, becoming the animal in their mind, predicting where it will go before it goes there. It's not just muscle. It's tracking psychology, reading fear in an animal's footprints, understanding a creature's mind well enough to outthink it over the course of an entire day. That's not brute force. That's one of the earliest forms of strategy the human species ever developed. Now here's the twist almost nobody talks about. Scientists believe this exact style of hunting might be one of the reasons humans evolved the way we did in the first place. The sweat glands, the lack of fur, the long legs built for endurance instead of short bursts of speed, the Achilles tendon acting like a spring. None of that makes sense for a sprinter. All of it makes sense for a creature built to outlast, not outrun. In other words, this brutal, 8-hour, sun-scorched chase might not just be something ancient humans did. It might be part of the reason we exist at all, built by thousands of years of exactly this kind of suffering. So picture it one more time, but differently now. That hunter, dragging their feet through the heat, isn't just chasing dinner. They're living out the exact evolutionary pressure that shaped your legs, your lungs, your sweat glands, your stubborn refusal to quit when things get hard. Every time you push through something exhausting today, some ancient, animal part of that instinct is still in you. You inherited it. You thought this was a story about hunting, but it was actually about where your own endurance comes from. The hunt ended thousands of years ago. The body it built is still walking around in you, right now, waiting for a reason to prove it. And if that hunter could push through 8 hours with nothing but willpower, there's another story about what the human body actually survived before we had any of this. That one's waiting for you right here.